Section 55 of the Indian Contract Act regulates the position of performance of a contract where time is of essence. In terms of this section, where it is understood between the parties that time is an essential element and where one party is unable to perform his part of the promise either in full or in part within the time specified, then the contract is voidable at the option of the party either in full or in part to the extent of non-performance of the contract within the time. In these cases, the contract is not voidable if time is not of essence in the contract, but the promisee is entitled for compensation for loss, if any, suffered on account of such failure. In a contract where time is of essence and the promiser is unable to perform his part within the time, the contract becomes voidable at the option of the other party. However, if the other party agrees that the promiser would perform his part subsequently after the time fixed, the promisee cannot claim any compensation for loss or damage or injury unless he gives any notice to the promiser of his intention to do so. The next question for consideration is how to determine whether time is of essence in a contract or not. Ordinarily, from a plain examination of a contract, it would be difficult to ascertain from the terms of the contract whether time is of essence in the contract. A promisee may have failed to perform his contract within the specified time, yet time may not be treated as essence of the contract in that case. Whether time is of essence in a contract has to be decided from the terms of the contract. The general principles that are followed can be enunciated as under. For example, in a transaction on sale of gold, silver, blue chip shares, time of delivery is of essence. Here time will be treated as essence of a contract. In a transaction involving sale of land, redemption of mortgages, though a certain time frame is fixed, any delay is not valued seriously, provided justice can be done to the parties. Of course, even in sale of land, time can be made as an essence of contract by express words. Next, we discuss contract cannot be avoided where time is not of essence. Where there is delay in performing a promise on executing a contract where time is not of essence, parties concerned cannot avoid the contract. However, in such cases, promises must be performed within a reasonable time. Otherwise, it becomes voidable at the option of the promisee. Effect of acceptance of performance out of time. Even where time is of essence, the party who is entitled to avoid the contract can waive the condition relating to performance within time, but in such cases he cannot claim any compensation for loss, if any, suffered unless he has put the other party on notice.